Previously on Cold Fear.
Anna! No!
Hello and welcome back. Oh no, hold on just a second. There we go. Hello and welcome back. And here we are on our way to Kamsky's lab. At the moment we're in some sort of well, looks like someone didn't pay their plumbing bill. Well, we're on this upper floor of this this particular room, and down below we've got some other stuff going on. There's appears to be some sort of lift or something here, but unfortunately it appears to be broken. If you take a little bit of a closer look at the wall, we've got that says experiment or test number 6. Which is a little strange that that particular word says experiment. We'll see another version of that later, which is completely different. But down below you can see that there's another walkway over there. In fact, we've got some corpses and things hanging around there as well. I'm guessing that we're going to be coming in through that door, but it looks like we're not going to be going that way now. Instead, we're going to go this way. Walking on some glass, which thankfully we can't break. Yep, another little look down, and then we check this out. Experimental chamber with a completely different spelling for experiment, so I'm not sure what the hell was on that wall, but on we go. Into the experimental chamber itself. Now, let's have a gander here. We've got this to be a forklift, and we've got a bunch of guys as well. Got a computer here. We'll come back to that in just a second. Take a look down into this, and we've got, yep, a bunch of zombies just milling about. Oh, and a lot of corpses as well. Let's take a bit of a closer look at the room. We'll switch into wireframe mode, and it looks like a bit of a mess right now. Don't worry about that. We'll be coming back here, and we'll see it from a little bit of a different perspective later on, and we'll figure out more of it then. But for the moment, we can have just a general look about. An idea of how big the room is and all that sort of thing, and what we can do here is try and shoot down to get the zombies, but if we switch into normal mode again, we can see that there's a pane of glass there that stopping us from shooting through and killing them. If we try to use the computer...
System denied. Damn.
Curious. I wonder what that means. Look off to the side, we can see this guy banging on the door, and if we want to have a closer look at that again, you can see the forklift is holding that container, the red one, and sort of pushing it up into the room. Now what I'm guessing was happening here was that that red container was holding all of the zombies, and the forklift was just pushing it into the room so that the scientists who were inside the room could open the door and let them out and then run away, but unfortunately didn't get out in time. And then they got killed by the zombies and everything was fun. Fun for everyone, especially the scientists. Oh, covered walkway thingy. That's never good. You usually see those in biocontamination films. That's not a good sign. Warehouse 4. Okay. Oh, hello there. I almost didn't see you there. Could have walked right past you. What have you got? Grenades. Lovely. Cheers, mate. Alright, what else have we got here? Ah! Ninja vent zombies. Let's have another look at that and see where he came from. Jesus fuck! Steam zombies! Alright, so we're... oh, well, that's question answered. Looks like we're in a morgue. And we've got some company as well. Great. And he's got an MP5. Let's just stay here for a little bit and wait for him to come to us. Things a little bit easier on ourselves. Please. I'm going to take a look at that again because there's something in particular about it I want to show off. Switch into wireframe mode here and we'll just spawn the guy in the first place. Got another guy there on the left. That's kind of a bit of a spoiler, but it's going to happen in about a minute anyway. So, yep, that guy spawns with an MP5. And he makes his way towards us very, very slowly. He's got some weird sort of duck walk going on. And it's changed into a fucking butcher knife. Or whatever the hell that is. Cleaver, that's it. Yes. Why did it change into a cleaver? Well, let's have a wait here and we'll see it happen again. Go through that. Wobble, 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 wobble. And yep, he switches it out for the meat cleaver as soon as he gets over there. Seems as if he's got some sort of restriction to stop him from chasing you around the place with the MP5. This is a bit interesting. It's not something I've ever seen before. Okay then, let's take a look at our other guy over here and see if we can take out... Wait a minute. That zombie. That zombie's talking to me. That zombie's talking to me! We'll deal with him in a bit. Let's move on to this guy first. Hello, sir. Did you know there's a talking... No. I guess not. He turned around really silently there. So, let's take a look back at our friend over here. Yeah, he's one of those guys with the stuff in his pants and stuff in his top as well. Well, kind of. You can't really get close enough to actually try and pick anything up of him, but here you can get a good look at his mouth moving. I've always wondered if he's actually saying anything, if they lip-sync that or anything. Because it looks like when he's talking, there's some sort of pattern there, and it's just always made me curious. Can't beat him up, so we gotta shoot him in the head. Never let one go. There's a bunch of stuff knocking around on the shelves. We've got some two lots of shotgun shells and some health there that we don't really need. Obviously, this is handy stuff, but this room itself doesn't really serve much else of a purpose at the moment. We just have to. I mean, we can look around at the nooks and crannies. Here's a concept art of the actual room itself. It's kind of close, I suppose. It's a lot more open there. But here's where we're actually heading to. This is finally Dr. Kamsky's lab. One last little look around, and then we can go inside. Wonder what surprises are in store. Interesting. Right, let's have a... Oh, well, I guess I should have expected this. If anyone's going to be having containers with guys in it, it's going to be Kamsky. Look at the other guy over here. Well, there's just a couple of things here to point out before we move further on into the room. Just to show that it is in fact the case. This guy doesn't shake about forever like the guy on the ship did. And the bloke beside him is casting a shadow through the wall and onto the floor and on the other side. Beautiful. So anyway, let's get on to the main attraction. Almost. We're going to go up to this main screen first, and we'll just have a little bit to talk about there. Give you a good look at the main screen here. On the left-hand side is something I want to point out. You've got an X-ray of the human skull, and you can see an exocell firmly entrenched inside of it. But the problem comes whenever you compare that X-ray to some of the viral marketing stuff that was made to promote the game. But if we take that body scan on the right-hand side and compare it with the X-ray of the skull, you can see that the exocell is in a completely different position. On the right, it's down the throat, with tendrils going into the spine, into the brain, into the mouth, and into the nasal cavity. And not at all inside the skull like it is on the left-hand side. Check me out with my nitpicking. Got a page from Kamsky's diary here, and it talks about how he feels about having to create what he calls monsters for Yusupov, and talks about how using the exocells could actually probably better mankind, and he alludes to the fact that while he's making monsters for Yusupov, he's also doing something for himself. Here's concept art of the room. It's pretty similar, except that whatever that hanging machine is different, and there's missing a table. But here we go. Here's where all the fun happens. We got a guy, we've got a bunch... we've got what appears to be a laser. I can't wait. I have to do it right now. Let's go. No, Mr. Zombie, I expect you to die! Ah! Fuck! Sneaky little shit! What a complete bastard. Right, okay, let's grab this, and, oh, it's the antidote. Okay, well, that wasn't so bad. Well, no, let's not go just yet. We're gonna take another gander at this. This time, you may have noticed that the guy was alive whenever we were chopping him in half. And something that we can do, well, first we can check him for supplies and things and see if he's carrying anything, but we can melee him and actually kill him. So that when we go and do the laser slicey choppy thing again, he ends up not moving at all. Which makes things less fun. Ah! Fucking hell. Okay, let's try this one more time, and we're gonna do it without a head. There we go. That should solve things and stop that fucking exocell from grabbing us every time. And off we go. Clearly he's dead, so he's not gonna be wobbling about, and things are good. Okay, let's move along here. We've got the antidote. All we need to do now is get back to Anna. Might have known. Pretty easy to take care of. Nothing particularly spectacular here. And if we wanted to avoid any of the hassle with the guy on the table, we could have just nipped in and grabbed the antidote and left anyway. It still triggers the guys coming out of the pods, but nah. And additionally on the table was a note from Bakarev, and this one talks about a way to stop the exocells from taking over a human. Talks about how we could probably produce an enzyme in the brain to actually liquefy the exocell inside the human and just flush it out naturally, while Kamsky says, can we not just make it happen more slowly so we can watch the mutations in detail? Bakarev was a little bit concerned, and rightly so. Back into the morgue, and oh, we've got ourselves a visitor. Who the hell is this? Looks like a normal guy, I suppose, and it just looks like some sort of scientist. If we take a look at the image for his skin, really, it's got a name badge on it, and it says Dr. Yu Wan, and the badge says Cold Fear on it. It must be some resource from some early version of the game. Maybe he was a character in it at some point, and it doesn't really make much sense for these guys to just kind of appear out of nowhere. I have no idea why they're here. Yeah, got to shoot him in the head and get it over with. But one other little thing, and this is probably a silly thing to point out, but let's have a look at the door, and on the left hand side it's got a little keypad entry thing. Right, what's interesting about this, or at least to me, is that when we go in through the door and take a look at it from the other side, the keypad's on the right, so they actually got something right in this game. I was very pleased to see that. My thumbs went up. So anyway, let's have a look at the other guy that we've got. This guy again says Cold Fear, but it's too blurry to actually make out what his name is. But beside him, he's got the code for the experimental chamber PC. Now, initially I thought that was an acronym, but it's just personal computer. It's that computer that we couldn't access earlier on. So let's grab some stuff and move on. What? Ah, fuck! No, God, it's one of the specters. Okay, come on then. What to do with you? Sneaky little bugger. For these guys, well, like most enemies, it's best just to use the shotgun, but it's for yeah, fuck it. There we go, and beautiful kill. Now, what you might not have noticed there is that whenever we killed him, is that it automatically switched to the shotgun and used one of our shotgun rounds. Oh. And while Tom's made himself a new friend, let's take a look at some concept art for the Spectre. Now, a lot of these are the same. I'm guessing that the model itself underwent some changes quite late on in development, because a lot of this concept art stuff is something that isn't quite right. But here's an internal dev name for it, was Hunger. You can see, but the name that they give it is Exo Spectre. There's an early version of Tom Hansen on the right hand side, just for scale. And for some reason, this animated GIF was on the Cold Fear site. I don't get why, but here's what the Spectre actually looks like. And again, shotgun shell used. If it turns out that we don't actually have any shotgun shells, we throw the Spectre away, but we don't actually kill it in any way. You have to have a shotgun shell to kill a Spectre like that. So anyway, we've got the antidote now, so let's head back the way we came. Ah! Take this, you well, what? Okay, that didn't go quite as how I planned. If we look at it again, that's what we're supposed to do, so to kill him that way. If we look at it in slow motion, you can see that he jumps up through the wrong plane of glass, and it breaks way later than he actually comes through it. But yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, and fortunately, we've got him down there at the moment. He's not pleased. But we've got a code for this computer, so let's see what it does.
What do you know? This ground.
Yes, I like this. Oh. So we've broken the glass and fallen into this room. Luckily there's no one here anymore, so we don't have to worry about that. We can get on with the process of just pilfering through everyone, and I guess that's kind of about it. Got a bunch of the scientists here, and they're really no different from any other sort of corpse we find lying around. They've just got ammo and stuff, and because we blew up the barrels and stuff there, a bunch of the corpses are burned and we can't loot them. Luckily the door to that room is open, and for some reason the zombies didn't want to walk through it. I don't know why, but we've got a mech kit here and a sign I can't read. Nothing around the corner, and we should expect to see that guy, but he's dead. Guessing that he got killed by the splash of the explosions coming through the wall. Optionally, we can just avoid using the computer at all. We can drop down the hole, but unfortunately that triggers the guys and they come running out after us. A little bit of a wait around, see if we can line them up. And 2 headshots, nice. 3 headshots, somehow we've got to get through a wall. Well, I'm not complaining. Actually, I am. How the hell did that happen? Second verse, same as the first. We're just going to go through everyone's pockets once more. Okay, yes please. Thank you. And when we go inside, we stop fanning around, Tom. When we go inside, we see that the barrels are still there, and the corpses of the guys aren't burned because they haven't been set on fire. That means we can go around and just loot them as well. What? Well, since I'm here, I might as well. There we go. Nice and on fire. Keep everything nice and warm for everyone. Get quite cold here in the oil rig. There we go. All the corpses on fire, and we've got an extra barrel as well. Bam. Okay, and right, let's see. Oh, there you go. That'll have to do. So anyway, back where we came from, we are just fanning around, looking at this other section of this underground area. We can clearly see the forklift and where it moved that container in. Got a doorway here, but unfortunately it doesn't open. I'm guessing this is where the forklift came from. It's a little bit difficult to tell how that forklift managed to maneuver itself, but there you go. Looks like cement bags. Spear gun ammo, thank you. And in this corner we've got what appears to be a radioactive crate. Really? So anyway, we're done here. Let's head on to the next room. And what's it going to be? Oh dear, this doesn't look pleasant. So here's something else that we can do. If we came into this room, didn't use the computer, dropped through the hole in the glass, and then ran out before killing any of these guys, if we come back, they've reset themselves. And because we didn't fall through the floor, it didn't trigger them to come chasing us. So they're kind of stuck in their little holding animations. Unfortunately, if we stray a little too close, we end up triggering them. Oh no, no! Fire in this room, do not mix! I got really lucky there. Just one tap on a barrel and I probably would have been fucked. Oof. Okay, let's not set them on fire this time. As I said, if we get a little bit too close, we end up triggering them. And so it's just a case of mopping them up. Well, if I don't do it, no one else will. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Sign on that container says open, by the way. So, let's get back in this room and, what is... Oh. Hi, guys. Are you okay in there? We can melee him. We can't kill him, but we can damage him through the glass. Back up here and take a shot, and... Yep, shooting through glass. We can't kill him. No, I wonder what's been in here to gobble this guy up. Huh. Doesn't bode well. What was that? If we do it again, and this time we're actually paying attention, look up at the top right. Nope. Flying monkeys. I'd have known. Eventually, once the lights come back on again, the guy's still in there. Hello, buddy. Can't do any damage to him. Let me get into him. So yeah, let's take a look at our monkey friend over here. Hello, little monkey friend. Are you cute? Why do you have shotgun shells? What the fuck? We can see where he came from. There's look like some vents. We've got some concept art of this part of the room. Looks very nice. Looks quite apt. And another concept art of some holding cell rooms that don't appear in the game, but I thought it was appropriate. Right. How the hell did blood get up there? Oh boy. This appears to be a room where all of the specimens are... Uh-oh. Hello? body over there. Oh, we got a couple. Oh no! Right, I've had enough of this. I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna shit! I really wish these guys would die in one hit. They're easily the most annoying enemy, but just because it takes so long to kill. Okay, well, probably tempting fate, but let's do the same thing. Retreat to a corner and wait. And the music stops. Ah, okay, well, I guess we're safe. It doesn't look like he's going to be coming around if the music's not there. Right, better safe than sorry. Start pilfering, good. We got some machine gun ammo. At least we get a chance to use it for once. You can see that it does have a... Oh, no! Trying to be clever there and shoot the fire extinguisher. We don't really get to use it all that much, especially not in sort of a very fast-paced combat as when you're fighting those guys. Oh, oh. There we go, that's how it's done. It's always good to kill those things without having to do the shotgun juggle trick. Right, so before we move on, let's have a look at this guy. Yeah, if we run around really quickly, we can just about see the body crawling along. And also, it's a bit weird, there's a dog attack us from behind, but it actually spawns in front of us. It's a little bit weird, it happens sometimes. But moving on, let's have a longer look around. We've already seen those bodies, and we've got some sort of valve there. We'll come back to that in a bit. Got a bunch of cages and pigs and oh, got a monkey with no head. That's a bit messy. Some meat chunks. Obviously, we've got a gigantic fire over there. Let's go around the other side and have a look at it. Oh, looks like we've got some more guys here. Another one alive. Hello. No, he's just going to sway about and... oh, wow, he's got a knife as well. Who the hell let him in there with a knife? This is a monkey, and I will shoot it in the head. Thank you. Well, it's quite clear that we can't get around the fire, so, well, I guess you probably figured out the devious trick to this room. All the way back to this valve. A little bit of a cutscene. And the fire is put out. Awesome. Right, back we go. Sort of wandering around on the way, stop and have a quick look at things, another little glance at the vents from where the dog can come out. He gets around quite a bit around here, so you're not safe anywhere really. Some test tubey valve things with one of them spilt blood as well. It's a bit of a detail you probably wouldn't notice. So we're just going to have a little bit of an investigation in the room here. Here we've got some monkeys just strewing about. No, I think this is just the room where all the dead monkeys were kept. I guess this is the equivalent of the that room on the ship which had crates of monkeys as well. This is kind of the equivalent of it. Another shotgun monkey, oh Jesus! From the corner we've got some lab equipment. There's not a lot of it. It's a little strange to see it here because it doesn't really belong. There's no real space for any kind of lab-y stuff. We kind of come across that later on. But yeah, back to this guy with no head. Why do these monkeys have shotguns? And also, if you just notice, if we shoot the body, it ends up jiggling the corpse a little bit. I don't think that's meant to happen. I think that's some sort of glitch whenever you shoot it. Anyway, moving on. Oh. 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 I don't think I want to be going in there. Oh, that's where we started this video. Ah, okay, so this is the watery level down below. Right, so we've made a gigantic loop. Where do we go from here? There's no path. Well, guess we have to kill them. We're gonna do it kind of the lame way and not really actually jump into the water because it's a very dangerous thing. Because when you actually get down in there, you move very slowly. First up, we're going to try firing a grenade and then completely miss because they decide to get distracted by the spear gun at that point. And there we go. Excellent. I like the way when the grenades fall in the water, they make a little splash. And then when they blow up, there's obviously a bigger splash. Oh my god, they're not even fucking dead yet. Come on. Oh, shooting the water does a little splash as well. That's cool. A graphical glitch there. Yeah, there you go, underwater. Okay, we're done, and just look how slow we move. And the spectres move much faster than us in the water, so there's really no way that you'd be able to outrun them at all. You have to distract them or at least kill them before you drop down if you've got any real chance of getting through here without any damage. But there are other ways we can take care of them, but we'll come back to that in just a second. What we need to do is, that's probably something. Up the ramp, and yeah. So what we can do is we can, as I said before, and actually shown before, we can just distract them with that. It gives us enough time to get up and run away. And there we go. And also whenever we're up here, the spectres can, well, they're not really coming towards us because we're not on their level, so they've no way to actually get to us. So what we need to do is sort of walk down a little bit, and eventually the AI can pick up that we are reachable, and then they'll come towards us. But unfortunately they can't go up the ramp, so they're a bit fucked. Back over here again. It's quite obvious what I'm going to be doing. And wait for it. There we go. That's probably the most efficient way of doing things, and probably the first thing you'd actually think of. It's not something you can see from above, but when you get down there, yeah, you can see the electrical box. Can't fall off onto that side. Some invisible wall there. Over in this corner, there's not really all that much. Just a bunch of computer equipment. We've got a health pack there, but other than that, there's not really anything. This is just a way to loop back up to the top again. Nothing there. Alright, okay. Here's some concept art of the room. It looks very similar, actually. For a bunch of the odds and ends and computer bits lying around, it's pretty much the same. And, okay, up we go. Right, okay, so now we're up here. What we're going to do is we're just going to go down, and then we're going to go up, and then we're going to go down, and then we're going to go up, and then we're going to go down, and then we're going to go up. And that's enough. Yes, I'm sorry. Okay, so what you can do from here is if you go back through this door, we find that we've got a dead end. Once we've got the antidote and that glass is broken, there is no way to get back. We just drop down here, there's no other ladders or anything around, so we're kind of stuck. But we've got what we need, so it's not really much of a problem. But one thing that did happen is that whenever I dropped down and went back around this way, for some reason, a couple of guys spawned here. Now, I've never been able to reproduce this, but you've got this guy over here, and another one further down, but I don't know where they came from. They certainly didn't come from those cages, and I don't know, it's just kind of a bit confusing. So, let's go up. Yeah, that's not right. Okay. What we're going to do is test whether or not we can actually destroy that electrical box from up here. This is something that I decided to just kind of randomly try. I left the spectres down below and thought, okay, what I'll do is I'll come up here and then sort of do things in this room. So, yep, I can destroy it there and kill them from above, so that works out quite well. But if we do this from the very start of this video, so we haven't actually looped around and come in from the bottom, if we fire off grenades and stuff, we can't seem to destroy the electrical box. Here's another example of that happening. If we just do that, yeah, nothing happens. Back down on the bottom again, just to have them come in there. We'll fire off the spear gun thing and distract them. Get them over there. Back up we go, and we'll fire off another grenade and see if we can actually trigger this. And once again, yeah, we can destroy the electrical box. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's a way to stop you from wasting it, so that whenever you come through the door at the bottom, you've got at least some way of killing them. Not entirely sure if that's the case, but it would make some sense anyway. But for the moment, we are done with this video. Some more exciting stuff to happen, and so I will see you next time. Next time on Cold Fear.